Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the first of PSG's COVID-19 conference trailer, Managing Compliance Outcomes in the Virtual World. Thank you so much for choosing PSG as your professional development resource. My name is Shirley, and my colleague Lynn are online and will be your host on this platform for today. Before we get started, I will quickly go through some housekeeping items. Presentation slides have been emailed to all registrants, so you can refer to today's training materials. This training is a 1-hour-long workshop that will run until 2 p.m. today. Question. So at the end of today's presentation, we will open up for questions. And if you have any questions at any time, please kindly keep it in mind and click on the Raise Hand button. This can be found near the bottom right-hand corner where you see, if you click into panelists, you'll be able, or participants, the participants menu, you will see different buttons at the bottom right-hand corner, and you'll see something that looks like a hand. So that's the hand raise button. So if you click on that, you will be placed in queue for the Q&A, and we will unmute you when it's time to take questions. Now, if you do not have a working mic, you can also send us your questions at any time through the Q&A chat. Okay, and the Q&A chat you can also find at the bottom right-hand corner where you could see there's a participants button, and you'll see a chat button, and you'll see a Q&A button. So, or if you don't see it, you may find it by clicking on the 3 dots, and you'll be able to see further options for you to click into. Okay, just a reminder to please reply to all panelists in order for the team to address your questions. Now, if you require technical support at any time, please email info@psg.ca, and our team will be on standby to assist you. I would now like to welcome and introduce our course instructor for today, Erin Clark. Pharmaceutical quality management systems are continuously refined to ensure that patient risk remains as low as possible. In his role at QNC, Erin Clark is responsible for identifying industry trends and applying his extensive pharmaceutical quality leadership experience to establish and maintain practical, risk-based quality systems effectively and efficiently. This year, 2020, has provided a massive challenge with COVID-19 considerations and limitations. On-site, quality consulting guidance and support has simply not been possible for most organizations. Erin has used his knowledge of electronic systems, data integrity, validation, quality structures, evolving regulations, and training delivery to develop and implement effective solutions. These include remote and virtual audits as an alternative to on-site verification. This approach is quickly gaining momentum with Health Canada and other regulatory bodies worldwide. So without further ado, Erin, thanks so much for being here, and I will hand it over to you.
Thanks so much, Shirley. Appreciate the introduction, and thanks to PSG for having me. It's fantastic to be here. And just by way of introduction to this presentation, absolutely, we are all existing in the virtual world, and I hope to go through a few things which, again, one of the themes for this presentation is change, and that we are continuously going through it, and we're still going through that process. So we're not at the finish point yet, and to that end, I do hope everybody stays safe and well throughout this process, and that we are able to function and deliver our services and our thinking in order to make sure that patients get good quality medicines. With that, I'm going to keep moving along. Again, per Shirley's comments, please feel free to drop comments or questions in the chat. We will save some time at the end, but I'll try and address them as we go along. So as per the agenda that was outlined by PSG, I am going to go over a few topics today, specifically the virtual compliance tools portion. We have a situation where we're working with drug products. They're not easy things to make. There's often a long supply chain, and that has been disrupted. So That means that our work in quality assurance to make sure those drugs are safe from API all the way to finished product, and again through importation and distribution, has been made more difficult. And changes with us, as I mentioned previously. So let's begin. At the end of the day, I just wanted to take a step back and say, why are we doing this? A bit rhetorical sometimes. I do think as quality professionals, we do have a bit of an interesting mindset, but ultimately, end of the day, what drives me, and I think many of you on the call as well, is to ensure that patients and consumers are safe. We do that by making sure that products comply with a market authorization, and obviously that we've documented proof of compliance to both our patients and obviously our compliance partners in Health Canada. In terms of control, though, because of the long supply chain, we've really focused on the fact that fabricators